The Haunting of the Abbey Inn, a true story of restless spirits in Leeds. Perched on the edge of Kirkstall near the banks of the River Aire, the Abbey Inn stands as one of Leeds' most storied pubs. Built in the early 19th century, this atmospheric inn is known for its proximity to the historic ruins of Kirkstall Abbey, lending it an aura of mystery and antiquity. The Abbey Inn was once a popular stop for travellers moving between Leeds and nearby towns, offering warmth, food, and shelter from the rugged northern elements. But for all its charm and historic appeal, the inn holds a darker side, a reputation for eerie encounters, and a history steeped in stories of ghostly apparitions. Over the years, patrons and staff alike have reported strange occurrences within the Abbey Inn, from the unexplained sounds of footsteps in empty rooms to sightings of shadowy figures roaming the halls. The pub has become notorious for its spectral visitors, with rumours of hauntings dating back to its early years. Those who know the Abbey Inn say that the spirits wandering its rooms are remnants of long ago patrons and workers, souls who never truly left, and whose restless energy fills the old walls to this day. The Abbey Inn is close to Kirkstall Abbey, a 12th century Cistercian monastery with its own long and turbulent history. During the dissolution of the monasteries under Henry VIII, the monks were expelled and the abbey fell into ruin. But many locals believe the spirits of former monks and townsfolk lingered on in the land surrounding the abbey, and that these spirits occasionally wander into the Abbey Inn. Some say the inn was once used to shelter those displaced by the abbey's dissolution, while others believe it was frequented by those hoping to be close to the abbey's ancient ruins, steeped in religious devotion, mystery, and tragedy. The Abbey Inn's hauntings have attracted local paranormal enthusiasts and ghost hunters, each curious to uncover the secrets of its spectral visitors. They report that there is a charged atmosphere within its walls, especially in the upper rooms, where the sense of being watched is almost palpable. One of the most well known spirits believed to haunt the Abbey Inn is thought to be that of a former innkeeper, a stern man known for his commitment to the pub. According to local law, he ran the inn with a strict hand, tolerating no unruliness and expecting his patrons to be as respectful as they were thirsty. His sudden and unexplained death is a part of the inn's legend, leading many to speculate that he never truly left his beloved pub. Witnesses have reported feeling an overpowering chill near the bar area, along with the unmistakable scent of tobacco smoke. Though smoking has long since been banned indoors, some staff members have described hearing a low muttering voice and particularly late at night when they're alone. Those who claim to have seen the apparition say he appears as a shadowy figure near the bar, standing with an air of authority, as if silently watching over his pub. It is believed that he is still tending to his duties, protecting the inn from any perceived disrespect, even in the afterlife. Another spirit that is said to haunt the Abbey Inn is known as the Woman in Grey, an apparition often seen in the dimly lit corridors and stairwells. Described as a young woman with a sorrowful expression, she is dressed in simple grey gown that seems to belong to another era. The origins of her presence are unclear, but some speculate she was a maid at the inn, possibly during the late 19th century, whose life ended under tragic circumstances. Guests and staff have reported seeing her wandering the corridors, her footsteps light and soft, though she often disappears before anyone can approach. On cold nights, patrons sitting by the fire have seen her reflection in the old glass panes, only for her to vanish in an instant. The woman in grey is not considered malevolent. Rather, her spirit seems mournful, as if she is searching for something, or someone, she lost long ago. Those who have felt her presence describe an overwhelming sadness that lingers in the air, coupled with an unexplainable chill that seems to radiate from the walls. One of the most chilling areas of the Abbey Inn is its old cellar, a place where only the bravest of staff venture alone. Formerly used for storing kegs and supplies, the cellar is now rumoured to be the haunt of the haunt even of darker, more unsettling presences. Staff have reported hearing strange scraping sounds and heavy footsteps emanating from the cellar, even when no one is down there. Objects have been known to move on their own, and a few employees have reported feeling an unseen force brush past them or tug at their clothing. Some say the cellar was once connected to a series of tunnels beneath the abbey, and that these passages were used during the dissolution to smuggle out valuables or hide individuals who feared retribution from the king's men. Whether this tale is true or not, the cellar exudes a sense of foreboding, for those who enter often report a suffocating feeling, as if the very air is thick with an oppressive energy. There is a particularly eerie story about a barman who went down to the cellar to fetch more supplies one evening. He was only gone for a few minutes, but when he emerged, he was visibly shaken, claiming he had heard someone whisper his name from the shadows. He quit the job shortly after, telling friends he couldn't bear the thought of going back down there again. As closing time approaches, the Abbey Inn's paranormal activity seems to heighten. Several staff members have reported hearing footsteps pacing the upper floors after the last guests have left. These footsteps, steady and deliberate, are followed by the unmistakable creak of doors opening and closing, even when there's no one upstairs. Lights have been known to flicker on and off, as if someone unseen is playing with the switches, and an eerie stillness often falls over the pub, broken only by soft whispers that drift through the rooms. One of the strangest incidents occurred when a group of friends stayed after closing hours to experience the inn's paranormal side firsthand. According to them, they heard the faint sound of a woman singing, a sorrowful, lifting tune that filled the room for several seconds before abruptly stopping. They searched the building but found no trace of anyone, each left with a deep sense of unease, convinced they had heard the voice of a spirit still bound to the inn. The Abbey Inn remains open, serving visitors and local alike with its historic charm and cosy ambience. Though it's renowned as a beloved Leeds pub, its reputation as one of the city's most haunted locations is an undeniable part of its legacy. Patrons come not only for the warmth of a pint, but also for the chilling thrill of possibly glimpsing one of its ghostly residents. Whether it's the stern, watchful spirit of the innkeeper, the mournful woman in grey, or the unsettling energy in the old cellar, the Abbey Inn's hauntings persist, filling its halls with echoes of lives long past. Those who come to experience the pub's history often leave with more than they bargained for, convinced that they have left the lingering presence of those who never truly left. And as the shadows lengthen each evening, the spirits of the Abbey Inn continue their quiet watch over the pub, bound to its walls by stories that refuse to fade.